This weekend is the 4th annual reunion of all my high school and childhood friends. Once a year, we all get together on the ranch and really live it up. I'm making tiramisu for dessert tonight. Tiramisu is one of my all-time favorite desserts. The first time I had it was in the 80s, and this weekend has always had sort of an 80s theme to it since we all graduated in 87. I've got a pound of softened mascarpone cheese. I'm gonna scrape it into a bowl, then give it a stir so it won't have any lumps. Okay, the mascarpone is nice and smooth. You can also use softened cream cheese in a pinch. It's really good too. Now I'm gonna whip up some cream. I'll add about a cup of cream to the mixer and 1/4 cup of sugar. There are many delicious stages to tiramisu, and it's so much fun to make. It's also good to make ahead of time because it needs to sit and sort of become more wonderful by the minute. All right, I'll whip this up. Okay, I don't want to beat the cream until it's really stiff. I just want soft peaks. All right, there's lots of folding in tiramisu. First thing I'll do is fold the softened mascarpone into the whipped cream. That's why it's really important for the mascarpone to be really soft. If you put cold mascarpone into the whipped cream, once it hits the cream, it'll form these little lumps. It's kind of hard to get those out. But you don't want to beat it because this needs to be a light, fluffy mixture. Okay, that's all folded together, no big lumps. Now, an essential component to tiramisu is zabaione. I made this earlier and it's been chilling in the fridge. It is so darn delicious. Zabaione is an egg yolk mixture. So it's 5 egg yolks, 1/4 cup of sugar, then just whisk them together until they're pale yellow in color. Then the mixing bowl gets placed over a saucepan of simmering water, and at this point you gradually add 1/2 cup of marsala wine, whisking constantly. Then just cook the zabaione over the simmering water for about 5 minutes, scraping the sides and the bottom as you need to. Then when it's done, you take the bowl off the heat, cover it with plastic wrap, and chill it till it's cool. Okay, the zabaione is all nice and folded into the mixture. Tiramisu has many stages, but they're all totally worth it. I've got 1.5 cups of really strong coffee, and I'm just gonna add 1/4 cup of marsala wine. If you don't have marsala, brandy also works. I've used brandy several times because it's hard for me to get marsala wine around here. And then I'll just add about a tablespoon of vanilla, give or take. I've got 2 packages of ladyfingers. That's the classic tiramisu approach. I've made tiramisu before by making a homemade sponge cake, but ladyfingers are so simple and they're really delicious. I'm just gonna put a layer on the bottom of the trifle bowl. If you need to break them in half to fit them in the crevices, that's just fine. Now I have this glorious coffee liquid, and I'll just spoon it a little bit at a time right over the ladyfingers. The ladyfingers are super crispy and crunchy, and they just absorb that liquid. I put about a tablespoon of the coffee liquid over the top of each ladyfinger. This cream mixture is so delicious. I'm gonna spoon about 1/3 of it over the ladyfingers, and then I'll just spread it evenly over the top. All right, now I've got a piece of semi-sweet baking chocolate, and I'm just gonna grate some over the top. All right, now I've got some beautiful, juicy raspberries, and I'm just gonna lay them over the top of the chocolate. All right, got the raspberries in there. Now I'm just gonna keep building the layers until I run out of ingredients. And that is all there is to it. What a gorgeous tiramisu, look at that. Now I'm gonna stick this into the fridge for a few hours. The cookies are gonna continue to soften. The flavors will all meld and become perfect.